So Ashleigh Barty and Elina Svitolina, they're facing off in the semifinals in Miami. So Svitolina, let's get straight to it. So Svitolina, she has played 4 matches because she had the first round bye, so she didn't have to play all 5 to make it here. She first played Shelby Rogers in the first round for her, and that was a tough match because Rogers was playing at home, and it was indeed tough for her because she had to save a lot of she had to save a lot of breakpoint chances for her. She had to save a couple. She had to come back from being a couple breaks down, but she did it. She won the match 3-6, 7-5, 6-3. She then played Alexandrova in the second round. She beat her 7-6, 6-4. She then played Petra Kvitova, and that was a tough one. It looked like Kvitova was on her way to winning it, but she was able to beat her 2-6, 7-5, 7-5. She then played Sevastova in the quarterfinal match, and she beat her 6-3, 6-2. A very impressive victory because Sevastova was in an amazing run of form. She made it to the quarterfinals. She was on a great run of form. So it was a good win for Svitolina to be able to beat her in straight sets. Although, even though it was straight sets, it wasn't easy because Sevastova broke her serve 3 times, but she was able to win it 6-3, 6-2 in a pretty easy-looking scoreline. Now she faces Barty, who has kind of, I would say, had a similar path to his semis. She's actually played more 3-setters than Svitolina has, but let's go through her list of matches. She first played her first round opponent, Kusova. She had to save her match point in the third set, but she ended up winning 6-3, 4-6, 7-5. And I can admit that match was probably just to shake off the rush. She was probably just rusty for having not played in a while, so she had to shake it off, but she did that successfully. She played Ostapenko, and that one was a great match from her. Beat Ostapenko 6-3, 6-2. Great match from Barty. Yes, Ostapenko is always a tough opponent, especially when she's on the form. So it was a good win from Barty to beat her in straight sets. She then played Azarenka, and it was a crazy scoreline for 3 sets, but she won it 6-1, 1-6, 6-2. I know, it was really crazy. She played Sabalenka in the quarterfinal, and Sabalenka has been dangerous this year. She's won a lot of titles. She was on the winning streak at a point. She's been very dangerous, but she was able to fend her off in 3 sets as predicted. She won it 6-4, 6-7, 6-3. 3 sets as predicted. Now she faces Svitolina, and she's going to have to be wary because Svitolina has beaten Barty in many of their meetings. So she's going to have to be wary of the challenge that Svitolina can pose. Now we're going to go to the head-to-head. And this is where things get a little bit interesting. This is where things start to get interesting. Svitolina actually leads the head-to-head 5-1. So we're going to go through all the list of their matches that they've played. They played on a hardcourt event in 2017. Svitolina won that one 4-6, 6-1, 6-2. They played in Wimbledon, and Svitolina won that as well 7-5, 7-6. They played in Beijing in 2017. So they first off 3 times in 2017. They played in Beijing in the round of 32. Svitolina won that 6-4, 6-2. They played in 2018 in Miami. So at this event, at the same event that we're talking about now, they played. And Svitolina won that one 7-5, 6-4. They played in 2019 in Indian Wells in the round of 16 as well. Svitolina won that 7-6, 5-7, 6-4. And in the WTA Championships in 2019, Barty was able to win that 6-4, 6-3. And now, the match that you see on 2021 Miami matches, that's what's coming up. That's the one I'm predicting now. So, Svitolina has had Barty's number over the past couple years. So, the question here is going to be, will Barty be intimidated by that? Is she going to feel like she can't beat her because maybe Svitolina has beaten her in many previous meetings? Or will Barty take confidence from the fact that the most recent meeting they played, she beat her? That's the question here. So, to answer that question and my prediction as well, I think that Svitolina is going to win this. She's really shown good form, and she looks like she's back to her best. Svitolina is one of the most hardworking players on tour. She's one of the most, dedicated. And I think she's showing that form now. It's looking like she's back to her best now, and when she's at her best, she can beat anyone. Well, I don't want to say anyone, but she can beat many of the top guys as well. So I think that Barty so far in her title defense, she's looked good, but I think it's going to end here. I think Svitolina, she's played well. She also had she had a straight sets win while Barty had a 3 sets win, and Barty overall has played more tennis than Svitolina has in terms of like time. So I think that my prediction here, I think that I think Svitolina is gonna win this. I don't think it'll be easy though. It's definitely not gonna be straight sets. Definitely not straight sets. It's gonna be 3 sets. I know it'll be 3 sets, but I know that Svitolina is going to win it. I'll be shocked if she wins it in straights, but my pick is Svitolina in 3. Obviously, if Barty wins, she's not going to. I won't be surprised if Barty gets the win, but I think that Svitolina is gonna win this. She's shown good form so far in Miami. It looks like she's back to her best, and it looks like she's ready to take on even the biggest challenges. So my prediction is Svitolina in 3 sets. So Bianca Andreescu and Maria Sakkari, they're facing off now in the semis of the Miami Open. Now, each of them now, up to this point, they've played, I think, 5 matches now. So we're gonna go through them. So Andreescu, she beat Martinkova 7-6, 6-2 in the first round. That after coming back from a slow start, she beat Anisimova in the second round in a tight 3-setter, 7-6, 6-7, 6-4. And that 3-setter was a good one because Anisimova is a great player. She's young. She can and she's had good results. She made Roland Garros semis, and not only that, but Anisimova, it was also a good test of her fitness to see where her fitness level was at, because that was, I guess, since coming back from injury, she had to play that, so it was a good test of her fitness to see. She didn't play Muguruza. She came from a set down to beat her, 3-6, 6-3, 6-2. Then she then played Sorbis Tormo, and she had to fight to get that win. She won it 6-4, 3-6, 6-3. And now she's playing Sakkari in the semis. Now, Sakkari has also played 5 matches by virtue of being a seed. And she first played Russ in the first round. She beat her 6-2, 6-3. She played Samsonova and she crushed her, beating her 6-0, 6-1. She only allowed her one game and she was not broken. And she saved all 5 3-point opportunities. So good for Samsonova. Sorry, good for Sakkari. She played Pigula and she had to save six match points in that match, but she won it 6-4, 2-6, 7-6, saving 2 match points. She then played Osaka. She beat her 6-0, 6-4. She crushed her in a way. She was a great victory for Sakkari, but she also has to remember that Osaka wasn't at her best. She didn't play so well. So it's also something that you have to know is that Osaka didn't play that well either. Right, while Sakkari did play good, Osaka also didn't play as good. So it's something she has to remember that she may not necessarily have won it so far, but she still found herself in the semis, and a good result for either women to make the final, especially because it would be nice for Andreescu to make the final, because then I believe it would be her first tour level final since since when she since the U.S. Open last year, and then also it will also be a good thing for Sakkari because she would make like a Masters final and she could win the tournament, which I think would be her first Masters tournament win. So we'll see if what either one can do. We're gonna see, but for now, Andreescu and Sakkari, they've never met, so their head-to-head is 0-0. So they've never met. They've never met at all before. Now, this one, I'm going to pick. I think that Sakkari will have a tough time because she's not really been in the semis of a tournament this big. Nerves may play a role here. And not only that, she just beat like the second seed. Sometimes this letdown is always a thing. It's always a thing that when players beat a high seed, they may start to have a letdown. Right? I think Sakari can make it tough, though. I think I'll give her a set, but I think Andreescu should win it in 3. So my prediction for this match is Andreescu in 3 set. I think she's slowly getting back to her former best, and that level is not a level which many people can compete with. So Andreescu in 3 sets is my prediction.